is going to be paying attention. Everybody's going to be watching, and all the pressure's on. All the beans are on the table. So being able to kind of get that, mentality of, okay, here's what the people sound like, here's what the casters sound like, being able to tune that out and being able to, apply the best foot forward in a grand championship match, losers or winners bracket, is definitely going to be a huge part of, who wins.
No, I definitely have to agree with this one. So we are getting ready for this match. I'm looking over and looks like we do have everyone in the lobby, and let us get into it. The Div D Losers Finals. We've got Granny Shifters and Abos with Demo Demons waiting in the Grand Finals.
Oh, show. I can't say that I've watched a bunch of Demo Demons, but hopefully that these guys can carry a positive mental going into the Grand Finals. We've talked about it before, being able to, carry those vibes, carry that mental into the Grand Finals will be a very good thing for either team. And we see an early shot, maybe attempt coming out from one of the teams here. I didn't quite see who that was, but both of these teams are going to be throwing everything and the house because, like we had said, it is one and done for both of these teams.
One thing, too, to mention is with this Abos squad, you talk about, they played earlier today. Yeah, they played at like 9 a.m., and they had one of their players who may or may not have had a little bit of trouble with the law today, and Granny Shifters are going to be taking advantage of that. What a ripper. 100 kph on that little bit of a shot.
I give that one 5 big booms, little half-court shot, moderate top bins, whatever, good placement. 9 out of 10 shots. Shout out to the crowd giving me 5 big booms. Appreciate that, big man.
We love to see that, boys. We got an early start here for the Shifters of the Nutter Misters. And we got a touch here now coming from PK Yeet, trying to throw that one downfield. Crazy Egg trying to figure out how he wants to handle this one off the backboard. Decent touch from Truffles here. We'll see if he can get a touch as delicious as his name here. Little Thicky trying to find a touch here. He's rocking the NASCAR car. We've got a lot of the interesting cars here. We've got the Merc, we got the NASCAR. I'd love to see a little bit of a change-up.
Yeah, for sure. Dr. Beb, maybe going for a little Doomsy style type thing. They're going up the back bubble. Crazy Ike is able to capitalize on that mistouch. Truffle, I don't even know what that second half of that name is, but it's Truffle something. Very delicious little treat there. But Lil Thicky up, Truffle on it. Again, trying to get that top left. Doesn't quite get the touch enough, though. Crazy Ike is going to go up the corner. He's going to get another shot at going for it. Doesn't quite get the shot off again. Little Thicky still keeping this offensive pressure for a all boys overseas. That's what we're going to go with here.
Granny Shifters, 1 goal, looking for a second here. Enigma, though, that's a great touch from Truffles. We do see a follow-up. Dr. Peppa actually leaving that one. He didn't have any boost, no confidence. I understand it. Been there, I get that. But however, PKD now throwing this one, and that's going to be a complete whiff there from Enigma again. However, Yeet does go the other way again, and a little bit chaotic here in this game 1. And again, Abos, they do have the coaching buff, but right now, I'm still looking for any offensive pressure 2 minutes into this game.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, we got that, half-court boom where you see Enigma getting a nice little save on Little Thicky there. Enigma is up. Tactical fake, letting his teammate PKD Yeet get over. Demoed, Enigma is. That's how that works. Crazy Ike trying to get some defense rolling here, but Truffle is back with no boost. Gets it over Dr. Peppa. Dr. Peppa is with boost. Doesn't quite get the touch, though. Enigma gets it back over to Abos half. Little Thicky up. Trying to go for the double. Doesn't quite get it. If he had 100 boost, he definitely musty flicks there, though.
Chance here now. Ike's going to be going high. Is anyone there to shoot? Aerials are their specialty here in Div D. Air rolling, not quite as much yet. They are getting there, though. Truffles now over 1. Enigma trying to go this one. A little bit of a side flip there. Not enough of aerial underneath it. We see a Rule 1 on the sidewall.
Oh, yeah.
Love to see it. We've got some 2v2 action going here. PKD Yeet now trying to buy some time. Lil Thicky trying to figure out 2v2, and it might be ending right here. The net was open for a split second. Thicky, though, not able to find a touch here. Yeet now throwing this one downfield. Dr. Peppa doesn't have any boost to his name. He needs to get some caffeine in his system, folks. Tries to throw this one downfield. Again, we've got more misses. Thicky's just sitting in net saying, oh, God, here it comes. I don't know how to do with this ball. Chance now. Thicky, always 0 boost. We're seeing a lot more nerves here when they don't have any boost.
This is why you need to train in twos, my young Padawans. This is why you need to be calculated. Make sure you get those team passes. We see some offensive, little bit of pressures. We see Abos getting a little bit on defensive side here. Granny Shifters, who is that Dr. Peppa, getting some offensive. PKD Yeet is going to go for the double. Doesn't quite get it to go, though. Great defense coming out from Abos. Dr. Peppa is back. Going to go for another boom, trying to get more offense rolling here. And did we see a Rule 1 break?
Maybe it's open for a split second. I think we did see the Rule 1 break. It looks like someone demoed one. Not too happy with that one. We will find you, and we will take a game off of the series for you for that one.
I'm down.
But with a chance here, 1 minute remaining. We kind of forget that this is still a 1-0 game. There hasn't really been crazy offense after the first 30 seconds.
Yes, I will say that as well. I mean, offenses obviously are very mandatory to do that. I feel like they're getting the opportunities, but they're just not able to capitalize. I think that's via good defense on both ends here. You see 42 seconds winding down. Abos needs something here. Lil Thicky is bumped. PKD is also bumped, but Dr. Peppa is back with low boost. Center touch, mistake here. Lil Thicky trying to get a touch into the back of the goal. Doesn't quite get it to go.
Ooh, almost. Oh, I thought Truffle was going to miss that one for a second. That would be open. We see a shot. Going to be a little bit wide. Yeet now throwing this one off the sidewall. Does he have the resources to get this mid? Ike, he does not. Shot now from the little NASCAR from Thicky. Trying to maybe get a little bit of a touch mid. A little bit of a pinch actually to the sidewall. And 15 seconds left. Granny Shifters might only need one to start off the series here.
Indeed, Granny Shifters with that offensive momentum here. And oh my God, almost an own goal. Way to slam on those brakes, Little Thicky. Not very NASCAR-y of you, but 2-1. Ball is still up in the air. Abos have one more chance. That shot is on, but not quite enough air for Truffles. Granny Shifters take game one.
Granny Shifters taking game one, and looking at the score here, not a lot of shots from either team. That was a very, very quiet game from both these teams. Again, maybe a little bit of warming up here, but I'm looking at the touches. I'm looking at Enigma only getting 11, and then Truffles only 19 from him. Thicky was going pretty crazy, and same with Dr. Peppa, but again, it didn't really seem to amount to anything. They just kind of seemed to be, hey, guys, I hit the ball. Cool. But you didn't do anything with it.
Right. I mean, like I had said earlier, they're getting those offensive attempts, but it's like, oh, we get the ball in front of the goal, and we have the ball there. Look at that. Yeah.
We get half credit for that one. As we see, the replay, there's only so much you could do when there was only one single shot. The replay looks very interesting over and over and over again.
We could overanalyze this, dude.
We can overanalyze. One thing we should probably have mentioned in our analysis of this match is that Granny Shifters are the 8th seed, taking on Abos, which is the 3rd, right? So 3rd seed gets knocked down. Granny Shifters, again, trying to make this miracle run. And now they're only 3 games away from going to the grand finals, which might be the lowest seed we've had with the possibility to win it all.
Right, I mean, especially if they're coming hot off a win, their mental is looking very, very strong against number 3 seed, which is exactly what you need. I know I sound like a very broken record there, but game number 2 underway. Granny Shifters looking for some shots on net here. Doesn't quite get it. Dr. Peppa with the shot on. Puts it a tiny bit wide here. Center ball from Abos on their own net here. Truffle is going to take over, but Dr. Peppa clears it back over to Abos half.
Chance here. They just have to get it on target. Maybe a touch here. A little bit of an overcommit could be dangerous here. Sky is the limit when you can actually rotate successfully. Little Thicky trying to get a touch now mid. Crazy Ike buying his time, trying to get a 50. This one, it's going to go straight back.
Oh boy.
This one might be on target. It's going to be off. Crazy Ike, he has to get a decent touch. Does pop straight up, but no resources to follow on that one.
Indeed, we got some I don't even know what I was about to say, but Dr. Peppa is back, decides to get that little fake challenge. Very good idea of him. Dr. Peppa goes up on the wall, low boost, just booms it back over Crazy Ike. Maybe going to go for doubles on his own net, but Lil Thicky is there to clear that one to the corner yet again. Crazy Ike still on, getting it to the corner. Truffle takes over, gets a 50 with Enigma, and that one is starting to slowly roll center here. Lil Thicky is back to get that one back into the corner, and the ball might start pitching a tent over there. Pause. Just building a little home over in that Abos corner.
Enigma now trying to get a shot. This one is going to be ripped right at Thicky. Standing on the goal line. Not enough power behind that one. And Granny Shifters, again, we already know they can win a 1-0 game, so we're just going to skip forward the next 3 minutes.
Yes, indeed. I will say, I forgot whoever was defending there, whoever Mr. NASCAR is.
Thicky.
Just Thicky, yes. He was in net, had decent position there, but was backing up, lost a lot of that momentum that he had in order to make that save. Unfortunately, he did get into the right position, but again, he didn't have the momentum going forward, able to make that save.
If he did what his car is supposed to do and only turn left, he would have been fine.
Exactly.
But unfortunately, that is going to be a 1-0 scoreline. We might see a second one here and saved off the goal line. We see another shot coming in here, but not going to happen. Enigma with the shot. Chance here now. Enigma trying to buy some time here. We see Dr. Peppa opting to leave this one for the boost. Shot does not come in from Thicky. Do we see one from Crazy Ike? It is straight up, straight down. Is anyone there to follow up? Crazy Ike trying to get one, and it pinches the other way. Abos still looking for their first goal of the series.
Indeed, Dr. Peppa gets a nice little shift over to the left side of the wall here. He grabs the boost, doesn't quite get the touch here. He probably would have musty doubled that if he did. Enigma with boost, doesn't get the 50 that he wants while Truffle takes over. Crazy Ike is up, trying to get a 50 with Enigma, doesn't quite get it to go. Lil Thicky with the little ground slow roller shot here. Doesn't quite fake out the defense enough. Truffle back passes it to Abos half. It's going to be in the corner here. PKD with an aerial attempt. Little miscalculation, though.
If they can just find one single goal, ABS's potential is unlimited.
Unlimited.
Dr. Peppa now trying to get a chance. He is backward. Does get a decent half flip. This one might be going all the way. PKD Yeet. Again, just barely enough boost to get back to that one now. Trying to buy some time. Get a little bit of 50. Awkward touch. And again, Enigma not sure how he wants to handle that one. That one's going to pinch the corner. Truffles, I respect going for it. However, I don't know how that was going to work out even if you hit the ball.
No. He makes it work. He makes it work. He gets a crazy redirect here, but Enigma is up, trying to get one touch center. Doesn't quite get enough power on it before Truffle takes over. PKD passes it over to Enigma, but Enigma does not have ball cam on because ball cam sucks. Enigma maybe going to try to do something. Never mind. He's still rotating back. He still has no idea where the ball is. Nope, still, okay. His teammate, PKD, takes over. There we go. Dr. Peppa with no boost. Let's see what kind of sneaky maneuver he pulls. Not sneaky enough to fake out Crazy Ike.
Yeah, even if you get a touch from Crazy Ike, finding the first goal of this series and doing it in style. What a finishing shot here in the air dribble.
So I can't do that. I can't do that. Put me down in Div B. I'll sub for him anytime. I can't promise that I'll hit anything in the air, though. But props to him for, putting their first one up on the board here, maybe giving some momentum. And I think, so I was told by Little Birdie, or not Enigma, Crazy Ike has some very good aerial mechanics for being a Div D player. As we see him diving for a save, and he does get it.
Ooh, Enigma now throwing this one mid, but no one is there. You can see Abos, they'll hit it forward and then all go back for a boost. They are a very defensive team, and sometimes misses might be the only time they can find a goal here, as we got a lot of ones on the board now with a minute left. Abos found their first goal. Granny Shifters, they've only scored 2 in the entire series. 2 in 10 minutes might be enough here. They need to find 1 in regulation, or we might finally see first OT in the series.
Indeed, Dr. Peppa, great timing here. Gets the clear ball, rolling right in front of the post. He rotates up, puts it in the back of the net.
Like I said, clearly going to OT. Granny Shifters, they don't need to score another one. Not even worried about that one here. As we see, we've got Dr. Peppa. We just had Dr. Golfa actually just ended up following us, which we appreciate. As we see now, Granny Shifters, 50 seconds left here. Do they find one more, or Abos? Do we see some more crazy mechs coming out from them?
It's a nice little demo coming out from Dr. Peppa on Abos member. I didn't quite see what a fake by Crazy Ike. Maybe he ran out of boost. Who knows what's going on in his little head. Crazy Ike still on 50 on Granny Shifter. This one's going to pop straight up. Truffle's going to look for a 50. He does make that cut, does make the 50 back over to Granny Shifter's half. Little Thicky is on, but cleared away by Dr. Peppa yet again. Crazy Ike off the corner. Misses the touch here. Thank God his teammate was back, though.
Yeah, getting a little dicey here. Now 15 seconds left. Abos, they have to throw everything at it. We're seeing how defensive, again, his teammates are. Granny Shifters, you guys are just having some fun here with some little bit of pot shots. Abos now, last second, 6 seconds left. Crazy Ike, this is going to bounce mid. Can he get maybe a little bit of a dish, a little bit of a touch mid? And the chance is still there. 0 seconds. Can they keep it up? It does not manage to work. Granny Shifters 2-0 on the series.
I was going to say, dude, Granny Shifters is looking really good, and I think part of that reason is they're centering the ball, and then believe it or not, they're hitting the ball when it's centered. And cough, cough, Truffle, we're not going to breeze past it too much, but it's big Snell, big old Snell there. Snell, I didn't mean to point too many obvious eyes towards it, but.
Sorry, I don't know. Just kind of got like a weird Snell up here or something, but maybe that's just me. But I'm sorry. My sinuses are clearing up, which is good. But
I think that was a sneeze that I had there.
That's fair. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. So I respect that. I don't want to get infected or anything, especially now we're really close to each other, close contact. I get it, but one thing I do need to see closer is the rotations here from Abos, right? Too many times they are just throwing the ball, and then everyone backs up and gets boost, right? And so I'm expecting, look, they got a coach on the field. Cosmic, I am calling you out. You got to help your team find a win, right? They've had a couple goals right here. I want to see some more action, because right now, Granny Shifters, they're looking to sweep their way to the grand finals.
Right. I mean, being able to capitalize on those opportunities is going to be huge for Abos, because I think, again, both teams are getting those opportunities, but being able to say, hey, here's the center ball, now let's score it. That's the main part of the whole Rocket League game.
That's the hard part.
Stop.
Yeah, that's fair, right? That's what is the biggest difference here as you get up in the divs, right? Is doing the hard part and putting the ball in the back of the net. Because right now, honestly, you don't even have to do it yourself. You can buy, some own goals here and there. We've seen a lot of own goals today.
Yes.
So I bet, in fact, we're going to see maybe one, maybe two before the series is done here in Div D. But again, losers finals. It is lose and go home, eliminated. Bye-bye. Have fun driving home. We will not pay for your gas. Why?
I thought I was getting paid, dude.
D-Bucks.
Bet. Okay, I don't play Fortnite, but I'm always down for words are hard here. Truffles looking for maybe not a Snell watch here, trying to get a shot on, but is cleared away by Dr. Peppa. We do see a demo coming out. Nice little bump on his own team there. I don't even know if that was on his own team there, but that was also another nice little shot coming out from Abos. Not Abos, Granny Shifters. Not quite able to capitalize, though.
Chance here. Enigma trying to throw this one off the corner. Again, we're seeing a lot of misses in the defensive spot, and that's going to be off the crossbar. No one's really been able to get a good follow-up here. Do we see a little Thicky with a boomer downfield? Yes, we do. Crazy Ike trying to pre-flip his way. Doesn't have the resources to go for that one. Thicky now off the sidewall. We almost saw a roll one for a second, but Crazy Ike said, nah, not going to happen. I already fell for that one the first time. This one does bounce mid. Ike now throwing this one downfield. We are seeing Yeet with actually a good slow touch trying to find this one mid. The question is anyone there to receive that pass and just a little bit too hard of a pinch?
So I'll answer that for you. Nobody was there and nobody was quick enough here as Crazy Ike takes over. This one might be an open net, but no, Dr. Peppa, I think he was maybe coming off a demo, so he was able to spawn back here. Peek at Yeet with an opportunity, but Truffles is back fast enough, able to put that one away from his net here. Truffles is going to stay on, but is 50, not quite 50 by Enigma. Gets it back over to Granny Shifters half, and then immediately, nope, back over to Abos, back over to Granny Shifters. Now looking like it's going back over to ABS half. This is a very big 50-50 game here.
Ooh, this could be awkward. We see demos galore happening. Can Truffles find this touch? The answer is yes. Can he find a second one? Not quite going to get there. Answer is no. I'll even say it in Spanish, no. As we get back into this one, Ike trying to find a 50. This one goes all the way downfield. Enigma doesn't have the resources, is trying to just shut down the space, which I do have to respect that Granny Shifters is doing a really good job of just closing down the space, regardless of if they have boost or not.
I was going to say, yeah, I mean, being able to keep those rotations clipped, crisp. Oh my God, words are hard. It's been a long day. But being able to, kind of communicate with your team, not freak out and panic when stuff like this is happening, when you're hardcore on defense, especially after Granny Shifters are having some really good offensive pressure here. Dr. Peppa with a shot on. Great save coming out from Abos. We see a member from Abos getting demoed here. I believe that was Lil Thicky. PKD is going to take over at midfield. Tries to get a pop over one. Lil Thicky says not today here. It's Enigma on the backboard getting a pop out. Crazy Ike up, whiffing. Doesn't quite get that one there, but Truffle does get that one to roll center here. But Enigma with great backboard defense.
He has been so consistent on defense, and he might find an offensive touch here. This is still dangerous. Truffles now throws this one to PKD. Is that one going to be on target? What a save from Thicky at the last second, keeping the zeros on the scoreboard. And again, Abos, I'm just trying to figure out, can they find another goal here? Every game has been a 1-0 or a 2-1 game.
Exactly. I will say, although we want to see maybe a 0-0 overtime, I do think it's going to come at last second here, and Enigma proving me wrong. Just under 2 minutes left, getting there first on the board.
Love to see that Enigma with the shot. Again, he's been so consistent. As far as rotations are concerned, seriously, he has been the #1 person for me. Consistency, finding the boost, and just doing the basics, right? It doesn't need to be pretty. It doesn't need to be super mechy. As we're seeing even the higher and higher divisions, just hit the ball towards the goal, and somehow it'll find the back of the net.
I was going to say, if you can see the ball and you can hit the ball and you can hit it generally direction toward the net, you're going to end up winning here as Enigma goes up in the air, but we have two defenders double committing. I mean, at this point, you pretty much have to make sure this one doesn't go in here. And Dr. Pepper also trying to get a shot on here. Peek at Eat fakes for the tall ball here. Little Thicky trying to get a little dribble play of his own. Unfortunately, the NASCAR hitbox isn't looking too good. And what happened there? The ball was floating, but Abos still not capitalizing on those center balls.
Again, they're doing such a good job. Like you mentioned earlier, they're getting the ball mid. They're doing really good in setting up the touch, but they just don't have the final shot. I think Abos has more pressure and more chances, but Granny Shifters, they only need one to go in the back of the net, and again, they might survive off another 1-0.
I was going to say, I mean, not that Granny Shifter's offense is weak by any means, but being able to put that one up on the board and say, you know what, let's just relax, let's stall, and play lockdown defense. As long as you don't let one goal go in, you're going to win games. But it's Enigma's going to take over, gets a great 50 with Crazy Ike. We got a double commit coming out from Abos at midfield, looking for a center ball. Piketty is back, booms it back over to Abos half. Little Thicky meets it there, gets it back over to Granny Shifter's half. Crazy Ike trying to get a shot on, but is 50 with Dr. Peppa.
Yeah, defense might be the one to win games. Honestly, like you said, score 1 goal and then just lock down, park the bus. We're talking like 2018 Veloce right here. But hey, like I said, Granny Shifters, if they win this one in 30 seconds, they'll be going on match point and will be 5 minutes away from a sweep as well as a ticket punched to the grand finals with 20 seconds left. PKD, again, he's got to make something work. Little Thicky trying to get a shot. Is that going to be on target? What a save from Dr. Peppa. No resources, does not matter.
So apparently Granny Shifters decide to start playing, but Little Thicky gets the finesse of Little Touch around that last defender, puts it right next to the upright, and puts that one in, tying it with 9 seconds.
Oh, Yeet did not expect Enigma to whiff that one. I can't blame him. Again, the radius of the car is a little tricky. You do have a button, though. That is drift. I recommend you guys try using it sometimes. But with 9 seconds left, ABOS find their 3rd goal of the series. And again, we might have overtime unless we see some golden goal happen.
Exactly. Here, Truffle trying to get something to roll here, but this one's going to slam to the ground. Very demanding overtime here, 1-1. Shout out to, I don't even know where I'm going with this, but PKD is going to opt for the boost in the back here. Truffle is up looking for a center ball. PKD gets a nice touch back to the corner here. Little bump on the goalie. This might be an opportunity, but Dr. Peppa is able to recover and get that back over to ABOS half.
Yeah, you keep calling PKD's name, and that is because he will be the one scoring this OT goal here, and we are going to see it happen. I think it's going to be about 1:30 real quick. We'll see how good the predictions are out here. I am not doing well on the desk so far today. And, all right, well, I was close. Enigma called that one about 10 seconds later, but Granny Shifters.
Biggest caster curse.
Hey, Enigma made the mistake that cost him that goal that got him in the OT, but you know what? He redeemed himself.
Exactly. We hear the crowd chanting, it's Enigma's name, and I will say we've been saying his name all freaking series. He's been having a lockdown backboard defense. He's been scoring the goals. He's been making plays, carrying his team. Obviously, 2 goals, 5 shots, doing phenomenally on offense here. ABOS, again, still getting those opportunities, but being able to capitalize is what's going to win you these games. You guys are making the saves. You guys are making the plays, but again, being able to put those in the back of the net is going to be the deal breaker.
We do have a timeout, and I think right now, step 1 for ABOS, win a single game on land.
Yes.
Right? You do obviously not want to go 0-8. I know we've had it happen a couple times, especially in the grand finals, the 4-0-4-0 bracket reset. Appreciate the crowd getting into it, though. But, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Let's see if Granny Shifters can, in fact, complete the sweep. We'll buy back a little bit of time here because, again, we have one more match after this one to close out day 1. And we see, again, off of a mistake, ABOS was able to get their first goal, but they cannot rely on goal line mistakes to find it. As we've talked about earlier, they're doing so good getting the ball mid, and then it's the hard part of putting it in the back of the net.
Right. And I will say, ABOS, if you are listening, I know iCosmic's trying to, kind of coach you around, but hey, you guys were already swept once. You guys are on the verge of being swept twice as the number 3 seed. You got a lot of anger in your men. Use that. Play aggressive. Play demo heavy, man. Come on now. You guys can do this. You're the number 3 seed for a reason. You guys just got to prove it now. Obviously, these guys, number 8 seed, are coming for redemption, trying to prove that their record isn't how they actually play. But you guys got to say, nah, we're the number 3 seed. We probably beat you in the regular season, so got to come out guns blazing and, just put the ball in the back of the net, win this series, at least send it to a Game 7, because guess what? That is your only option.
No, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to be happening here again, going through the lower bracket. I think it does put a lot more motivation in this team. And again, the question is, if I am Demo Demons right now in the finals, I'm going, oh boy, this team has a lot of momentum, and they're coming off of sweep after sweep, especially with how good they're playing, as well as they have the crowd behind them. I don't know if you're able to hear much, but every single time Granny Shifters are scoring, they are freaking out. So you got the crowd, you got the momentum, you are 5 minutes away from punching your ticket to the grand finals. ABOS, you call the timeout. Question is, what do you have left in the tank? Otherwise, it's bye-bye.
Exactly, yes, and I will say one thing that they can capitalize on, obviously, the open nets and opportunities, but playing a closer second man, because that usually is the fixture to those problems. Playing that closer second man and then a little bit passive of the third man so they don't get any boomer ball goals on you. As we start in this game number 4, potential life on the line for ABOS. Granny Shifters looking to get their second sweep of this LAN series here. Enigma getting a shot on. This was looking dangerous, especially with how he's been shooting today, but is saved away by Crazy Ike.
Enigma, again, he has been so impressive to me. Just calm, cool, collected, and consistent, especially in Div D. I think that is one of the biggest keys, right? Is you're going to probably have a lot of whiffs. It's going to be a little awkward, but can you be consistent and just get good power behind the ball?
Ooh.
And what a touch! Ike with the save at the last second. This is still in a dangerous spot. Yeet is up for this one. Truffles with the whiff, and that is going to find it. Granny Shifters with the first goal.
I don't know where the defender went other than on the backboard. It was only Truffle just looking super awkward, crazy. Ike trying to guess the fall there, but didn't quite get it. PKD just putting that slow ball in, giving Granny Shifters the early lead. Just over 4 minutes left, so Abos, you still got plenty and plenty of time to capitalize here, but I wouldn't recommend waiting until later. I would do it right now.
I think that's a good idea to do it right now as we have Dr. Pep, and I'll throw this one downfield. Thicky, 15 boost, has to turn back around. They're just trying to figure out how they want to operate this rotation as Enigma again coming in for the shot. We talked about having that close second man, and Enigma, I think, has done exactly that. Abos now with a chance. We do see Thicky with a shot that is going to be going mid. I don't think that was the rotation he was wanting to go with, and I'm kind of curious. Do you maybe, well, it's too late now, but would you have thought about maybe a car change? But obviously the NASCAR car might not be it. Scarab might be the way. Honestly, I mean, if you're going against a Scarab right now, the mental and just the awkwardness of going, how the heck do I 50 a Scarab? It can absolutely change the game right there.
Yeah, no, I would say if I'm dominating a team and all of a sudden they all pull up with Scarabs, I would be terrified because I have no idea what they have up their sleeve. Imagine 3 balls you see coming at you, going at one of like the main one.
At that point, honestly.
Yeah, you don't know which one to hit, so you're probably just gonna end up with demoing with the ball rolling in your goal here. You see PKD getting a flick over one. Unfortunately, went up the crossbar. This one almost rolls in on the opposite side of the net. Doesn't quite get it to go though. Enigma, it's a nice little center, but Lil Thicky is up for the save, getting it away here. Truffle is up meeting Dr. Peppa at, kind of third field here. Crazy Ike does take over with low boost. PKD with the shot on. Could have been an open net attempt here, but Truffle has very good rotation, is able to save that one away.
Enigma now trying to get a shot. It is mid. Little Thicky's in such an awkward spot. Yeet trying to get some bumps. It should be wide open for Enigma.
God.
And it is the consistent second man. Granny Shifters are going all the way.
I will say, I don't know if that was the second man, but Enigma had ball cam on. Surprise, surprise. Able to make that early cut, putting that first missed shot right back into the back of the net here. Just over 2.5 minutes left. Abos, you have time to score 2 for sure. Without a doubt, we have seen you score at least 1 with plenty of time left. So you just got to do that a few more times here as PKD. I think he maybe got the reset here. Goes for 50 with Crazy Ike. Does get it. Enigma with another shot on. Just a little bit high though.
Oh, this is a 2v1 going the other way. PKD has to go in early. Has to buy a little bit of time here. Now we see Dr. Peppa, Thicky now shooting on target. Is anyone there? Crazy Ike trying to buy a little bit of time. It does go to the corner, and all this does is waste a lot of time. Abos, again, you've got to score at least 3 goals here, and unfortunately, that has been more than they have scored in a game all series here. Granny Shifters seem to be clicking right now, and that is going to be a pass mid. Dr. Peppa, I think a lot of it really is just don't overcommit, just boom the ball, and just play smart if you're Granny Shifters.
For sure, as we see its potential shot attempt here coming up from Granny Shifters yet again. This one might be an open net here. Dr. Peppa doesn't quite get the slow roller to fall. But I will also say, not only is it just the second man in offensive pressure, but Granny Shifters are playing so fast compared to Abos. They're able to get those snappy rotations, and Crazy Ike almost gets a crazy double tap to put their first one up on the board, but unfortunately is blocked away by Granny Shifters.
Not out of the woods yet. Dr. Peppa does get actually a touch over one. Crazy Ike, last man back. Little Thicky, that's going to be a double commit. The net might be open for a split second. We see a shot, and that is going to be off the crossbar and the post. Little Thicky now trying to buy some time again. Enigma, again, so consistent with the rotations. He almost always has boost here. A minute 16 left on the clock. Abos now on the counterattack. Do they get a 50 to go mid? They do, but again, Little Thicky just a little bit too far back here. Minute clicking down, and Granny Shifters are looking to sweep their way to the finals.
Exactly. Number 8 seed doesn't mean anything. And Dcrl, and an unfortunate own goal. Why? I know what you said. Stop looking at me like that. But why can't you do that on the other end of the field? That is a great shot.
That is a great shot. Unfortunately, it's going to be on the wrong net. And like I'm going to say it, I'm going to toot my horn a little bit. I did call that we were going to have some own goals. However, that's a tough position, especially to own goal, right? You're obviously down by 2 with a minute left. You can tell that takes the sails out of everything. There's nothing really you can do, right? You're struggling right now. And Abos, it is unfortunately might be your time to head home. But Granny Shifters, you have to give them massive, massive props. This 8th seed Cinderella story is 40 seconds away from continuing to the finals.
Exactly. Number 8 seed, can't count them out, especially in Dcrl where anything can happen. Little Thicky grabs the boost, decides to cut on Enigma. Enigma tries to get something going here, but doesn't quite get anything. Dr. Peppa, 50 with Little Thicky. Crazy Egg with a shot on. Doesn't quite get the ball around Enigma, though. Truffles trying to get a big boom over to Granny Shifters' half. Doesn't quite get it to go. Little Thicky, this is the offense we've been wanting to see the whole series, but they're just bringing it out now with 20 seconds left. Not even. Crazy Egg with a low lob shot on, and they put one in. 12 seconds. There's a glimmer of hope at the light at the end of the tunnel.
Let's go, boys. Abos, again, they're finding it. They're not down yet. We have to see some kickoff goals, maybe something crazy. I say you just do bot kickoff, send all 3, right? You have 12 seconds. Otherwise, your life is done. You are going home eliminated from the tournament. They are going with a standard kickoff, and Dr. Peppa is calling their bluff. 8 seconds left, and Granny Shifters are going to be going to the grand finals.
Indeed, 1 second. Ball doesn't quite fall here. Granny Shifters just playing with their food. The number 8 seed Cinderella run continues to the grand finals.
Oh, we love to see it. And again, we've talked Enigma so much, ending with the MVP performance at the end there. And you have to love to see that, folks. Again, you get the crowd behind them. It's got to be so motivating for them to get another sweep, again, to go to the grand